Our biggest distraction in life is the confusion that is going on in our minds. So, what is the confusion that is going on in your mind, and how are you its victim? So, let's find out what is hiding in the shadow. What is it that is keeping you from the imagination that you desire? Let's uncover what that is by using the energy of this human design transit that started on September 4th in gate 64, confusion. So, my intention for this video is to help you to understand the energy of gate 64 confusion, how it looks and feels in its shadow, as well as provide you with some journal prompts so that you can reflect and journal to do the inner work, your shadow work, and uncover what is hiding in your shadow that is keeping you from the imagination that you desire as part of your self-discovery and healing to support your well-being, your health, your joy, and your prosperity. So grab your notebook or your journal and something to write with. Feel free to grab some tea and a candle, and let's get started. Welcome to Dvn Bluprnt, where we help you to awaken the divine design in you. Now, before we get into the shadow of gate 64 confusion, let me take a moment to explain what are shadows and how they are formed. Now, if you're new to this channel, then welcome. And if you're not new, then welcome back. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and share because it helps with getting the message out to others. Now, understanding this part of the video will help to set the foundation for the remaining parts of the video. Now, as human beings, our body consists of energy that are made up of thoughts, atoms, and so forth. And this energy vibrates up and down. This is what is known as polarity. And this polarity is your single unified energetic personality, also known as your true authentic self, your true energy. Now, when your energy is constantly vibrating on a lower scale due to some form of fear, instead of your energy vibrating up and down, it starts to vibrate left and right. And this left and right vibration creates dual energetic personalities. And this is known as duality. This is the split energetic personalities, the shadow. And I call this the mask. Now, shadows are formed due to some type of fear, and this fear is associated to a belief that you have accepted. And the acceptance of this belief has caused you to compromise yourself and give away your authority to the belief, becoming its victim. Now, this victimization is expressed through your words and your emotional behaviors. And these behaviors may seem normal to you, because you've constantly expressed them throughout your life and your body feels very comfortable in that emotional state. But these are the beliefs and the behaviors that are causing you to either blame others or feel shame in order to keep you in an addictive state of suffering, an addictive state of struggling and in misery. And it is what is depleting your energy, it is limiting your self-expression, and it is keeping you stuck, making you feel unmotivated, causing you to make poor decisions, and as a result, you suffer from their hard consequences. Now, until you have the willpower to recognize the beliefs and their repeated behavioral patterns, their thoughts that are associated to the belief that are constantly circling in your mind, you will continue to be their victim, you will continue to compromise your power, and you will continue to wear the mask. Now, when you are in a state of suffering, you may feel like shadows are bad, when in actuality they are not. You see, they are part of your spiritual growth and development. Their purpose is to help you to see different aspects of yourself that you are expressing that are not from a place of love. And they are the areas where you have given your willpower away, where you have compromised, where you have shut down different parts of yourself, keeping your vibration low. Now, love is what keeps your vibration high, and it is based on adventure, which can only be experienced when you take the risk and break free from the mind and live from an open heart, where you live in unity with all. Now, to help you to see these different aspects, you have to start recognizing what they look like so that you can change the belief and their behaviors and the thoughts that are associated with them. This is where the human design transit comes in. You see, human design transits occur every 5 to 6 days, and these transits temporarily highlight specific energetic gates, allowing you to consciously interact with the specific energy and the shadows that it expresses to help you to do your inner work, your shadow work in a more focused way. to help you with identifying the patterns of these shadows, to break those old beliefs that are depleting your energy and that are keeping you stuck, always struggling, and addicted to some form of suffering, so that you can just raise your vibration and restore your energy to its true polarity. So when working with the energy of these transits, it is very helpful that you know your human design blueprint so that you can focus on healing your unique energetic blueprint. And if you're new to human design, we offer readings to help you to understand your energy so that you can learn how to manage it, so that you can learn how to make decisions and take actions that are specifically to you. Now, we are all born with a unique way of using our energy, but society, our parents, our community, and etc. has encouraged us to use our energy the same way as everyone else. And this is where the compromise comes into play. This misuse of energy is what is causing you to lack motivation, to procrastinate, to struggle, and to feel stuck. Now, aligning yourself back to your energetic blueprint will allow you to call back your depleted energy so that you can be whole and well. So check out our link in the description box to book your reading today. Now let's get into the energy of Gate 64 confusion. Now from September 4th to September 9th, the human design transit will be in the energy of Gate 64 confusion. And during this time is your opportunity to detach yourself and become the observer of how the shadow of this energy is affecting you. The energy of Gate 64 confusion lives in the head center, your crown center, and this is known as the center of mental pressure and thinking about things that do and do not matter. You see, it's your right to know. This is the home of your connection with the divine, your loyalty and unity you have with the divine and with yourself. And it's the area that drives your ability to be present in the moment with love and peace. Now, when you are living in the shadow of your head, your crown, you will feel like you don't trust life. And this is due to your lack of connection with a higher source, whether that be God, divine, the universe, whatever that is to you. This lack of connection doesn't allow you to see the bigger picture in your life. And when you can't see the bigger picture in your life, you become uninspired, you lack imagination, you will lower your values and the rules that secure your life, which makes up your internal boundaries. Now, living in the shadow of Gate 64 confusion, become a victim of confusion. And this confusion causes your mind to constantly circle. And this constant circling of the mind keeps your thoughts in the same thought pattern, which then feeds into your self-doubt, making it hard for you to envision life and creating that lack of trust. Now it's time to detach and become the observer. And here are the first set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What are the thoughts that are constantly circling in your mind and feeding your self-doubt? 2. How are these thoughts causing you to lack trust in life, and why? And how do they make you feel? 3. What is the belief that is associated to these thoughts? 4. How has these beliefs affected your ability to connect to a higher source? 5. Who gave you the belief? And 6. What would you change the belief to in order to trust your inner guidance, to see the bigger picture in your life? So take the time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now the shadow energy of Gate 64 confusion shows up as an addiction to thinking, and the purpose of this overthinking is to dull the internal suffering that you are feeling in your body. This is because you lack vision, you lack sight, you lack imagination. Your mind is trying to control where your spirit is requiring you to go to experience life. So your mind starts to circle in the past, and your spirit is requiring your body to move forward, to evolve, to grow. But you're stuck in this loop, and you're constantly feeding yourself doubt, and you're depleting your life force energy. Now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the second set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What is the direction your body is wanting to go? What does it want to experience and why? 2. What is causing your mind to be confused about the experience and why? 3. How has the confusion affected your body internally and externally? And 4. What changes would you have to make to release the perfection and trying to create disorganization in your mind in order to control the experience? So take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now this gate 64 confusion shadow has two emotional behavior patterns. One is a freeze or fawn pattern and the other is a fight or flight pattern. Now the freeze or fawn pattern causes you to follow how other people cope with their confusion out of fear. And this imitating causes you to ignore and compromise what you are truly feeling in your body, keeping you numb. And as a result, you become a victim of the standard of how everyone else is coping with confusion. Now the fight or flight pattern causes you to rebel through anger towards the way everyone else is coping with their confusion. And this rebellion makes it hard for you to have a relationship with others without being aggressive. This aggressiveness is the way you ignore and compromise what you are truly feeling in your body to keep you numb. Now, both of these shadow energies are ways that you would cope with the numbness that you are experiencing in your body. The freeze or fawn is rooted in fear and the fight or flight is rooted in anger. And now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the third set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. Which emotional behavior do you tend to express more? The freeze or fawn or the flight or fight, and why? 2. Looking back, what would you say would have been the root cause of the fear that allows you to imitate other people's coping mechanisms in order to numb how you are really feeling, and why? 3. Looking back, what would you say would have been the root cause of the anger that makes you want to rebel aggressively in order to numb how you are really feeling, and why? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. The solution to stopping the confusion is to stop the thinking and feel the pain. When you decide to acknowledge and sit with the pain to see what it's trying to tell you, you will become present in the moment. This feeling of being present calms the mind and it allows you to experience what is going on around you. When you are aware of what's going on around you, it allows you to tap into the divine to create the perfect union. It allows you to see the vision of what your spirit is requiring you to experience. It allows your imagination to run wild, to tap into the power of the mind and create an experience that is filled with unlimited possibilities. Until you decide to stop living in the shadow and ignoring your right to know, to be in the present moment, you will continue to be distracted. You will continue to copy others or even rebel with anger to numb what you are really feeling, and you will continue to be the victim of confusion. So it's time again to detach and become the observer one more time. And here are the last set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What choices will you have to make to allow yourself to sit in the present moment to feel and connect with your body, and why? 2. How will you decide which choice is best for you? 3. What new belief will you have to put in place that aligns to you and your decision? 4. What action steps will you have to take to achieve being in the present moment and connecting with your imagination? And last, 5, what internal boundaries will you have to put in place to ensure that your new belief and actions do not restrict you and cause you to revert back to living in your shadow? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. So let's move into the importance of setting boundaries. As you can see, confusion is a major part of the distraction that you experience. And when you are confused, it is hard to allow your imagination to run wild. So setting boundaries are important because they help you to stay accountable for how you love, how you value, and how you honor yourself. You see, they determine the level of trust that you have within yourself, and as a result, you are mindful of how you give away your personal, your mental, and your emotional power so that you do not deplete your energy. And they help you to stay connected to your spiritual support team. You see, your boundaries should be helping you to make decisions and taking actions so that you are not compromising who you are and how you will no longer allow yourself to wear the mask and live in your shadow state. Your boundaries job is to allow you to stay in a single polarity, and therefore you are expressing your true self. You are in complete control of who you are by being fully grounded to receive the inspiration, then allowing yourself to transform that inspiration into your creative expression, to then having the willpower to stop ignoring what you feel inside so that you can take that creative expression to confidently be seen and heard. So remember to always take time to think about what boundaries do you currently have in place and whether those boundaries are allowing you to stay connected and expressing your true self. Now I have an exclusive 9-week mentorship program in our online university that will help you on your self-discovery and healing journey. Now this mentorship program is limited to a small group of people who are interested in learning how to get out of constantly living in their shadows and are ready to take back control of their lives. Now during this mentorship program, we will focus on building and strengthening your internal boundaries. And the goal is to help you to learn how to drop the struggle, the addiction to some form of suffering, the procrastination, the lack of motivation, the things that are depleting your energy due to you compromising to agree to put on the mask and live in your shadow. Now these beliefs and behaviors have moved you further away from your soul's mission, vision, and values, which are all required when making decisions and taking actions. So to learn more about this exclusive mini mentorship program and to grab your seat before they're all taken out, then click the A Time For You link in the description box. We look forward to seeing you in our next program. And if you haven't already booked your human design reading, then click the link in the description box to book your reading today. Now the last thing I'd like to mention before ending this video is that while you are processing your emotion during this transit, it is important to create some form of grounding practice to help you to stay connected, grounded, rooted, balanced, and calm during this energy. You can also connect with your stomach to see what old rules or ideals that are emotionally blocking your right to know, that are showing up as fear or even guilt. When going throughout your day, pay attention to what might be causing your stomach to tighten and why. Now this transit, this energy is available for all of us to use if we choose to or not. And if you decide to use it as part of your inner work, your shadow work for self-discovery and your healing journey, as part of helping to activate higher levels of your DNA so that you can make yourself whole and well, then make sure you are following your human design strategy and authority. So during this time, let go of the distraction, the confusion that is clouding your mind, and become present in your body to discover your power of imagination in this Gate 64 confusion transit. And don't forget to like so that others can see and share, so that others can learn and heal. Subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you're notified when a new video has been posted. And feel free to leave a comment and let us know what Gate 64 confusion is revealing to you.